Good morning, everybody out there. I'm Ryan. Probably knew that. Anyhow, welcome to the show this morning. I used to do this show on Amazon Live for a couple of years, took a little bit of a break. Now I'm back. And if you don't know what it is, I talk about some remote work products. If you are interested in different products for your home office, desks, chairs, monitors, printers, keyboards, paper shredders, eventually, through enough shows, I talk about a lot of those things. But that's what I do. If you are interested in any of those, let me know. But I decided to come out here and do another show today. I have some house cleaning stuff to get started on first here. So we're going to do that. But even before I do that, I got to see if I can get the folks from Amazon onto the show here. So let me see if I can do that. I'll see if we can bring those people in here. And there we are. Good morning to everybody over in Amazon land. Welcome to, I guess today it's called the Ryan Swanstrom Show. I am trying to do a little bit of house cleaning. I'm getting my date set here. It is March. What do we have for a date today? March 4th. So we go to March 4. There we go. March 4th. All right, so welcome to the show, folks. Thank you for being here. Joanna has stopped by. Joanna says, oh, snap. Hello, Joanna. Joanna stopped by over on Amazon. Hold on a second, Joanna. Been a while since I've done one of these, so I got to bring up my live stream everything and get it up on the other window. Now I can see the comments over there. Well, thank you for stopping by. Joanna, how have you been here on Amazon? Because I know I have not gone live a number of times. If you are not on Amazon, if you're on, I am going live on LinkedIn and YouTube as well today. If you're on either of those, please jump in the chat and say hello as well. Before I did that, I needed to adjust my TV brightness. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so my TV brightness is off. Let me try this. Having a little bit of troubles here with my TV brightness. All right, hold on. Let me get back into this. There, that's a little bit better, I think. When I turn the brightness down, you can see those a little bit easier. All right. Woo! Oh boy. Oh boy, it's kind of fun to be out here again. Joanna said, spreading some love. As always, YouTube time, you said. Blink. Yes, I did say YouTube, but I have decided to bring my former Amazon live show. I don't know how long it's going to be back, but I'm trying some things this week and this month. We're going to see how any and all of that goes. So there'll probably be another show or two this week. If they go all right, I might do some next week as well. But I'm trying to bring my show to other audiences and other platforms as well. And so I'm working through all of those details as we go along with it. Like, how do I know technically how to get it to go to LinkedIn and how to get it to go out to YouTube, but how do I share links to all the products in these different places? And just how do I do the live show in multiple platforms, and how do I talk about that and spread that information? So that's what I'm working on and trying on. I also have some ideas for some other uh, tools, apps, things I could build that might be interesting to some people out there. Uh, Join us as look at Dragon Blogger Tech and Entertainment. They are on all the platforms now. Yeah, I haven't. I followed them a little bit, but I guess I don't follow them on all the other platforms. So yeah, I probably need to start doing the same thing as well. Just I think that's probably a better idea. Utechpia is too. Yeah, I did kind of know that. Yeah, I was talking to Utechpia. I was messaging him on Facebook over the weekend, and yeah, he's been doing a lot on TikTok. I've tried to get into TikTok, but I really haven't. Anyhow, that's what I've been up to. One of the more fun things that I have been working on lately, and this is pertinent to people who are on LinkedIn or YouTube or Amazon as well. And Joanna, you can tell me if you would find this useful. I have built some tools that help me track prices of products that I talk about. So every morning it gives me the latest prices on a number of the different products that I talk about. I want it to build it so that it can alert me when different products go on sale. And what I think would be really nice is if a potential customer were to go to some page and say, this is a product that I really like, but I don't want to buy it until it's on sale, they could enter an email address or a phone number. And when that product goes on sale, they would automatically get a text message or an email and then a link to go figure out where they could, you know, purchase that at that. And that would be an affiliate link for me. Anyhow, that is one of the things I'm working on trying to figure out how I can roll something like that out. Uh, Joanna on Amazon also says top rated live club, if you remember, is doing TikTok. I do remember top rated. I just haven't gotten into the whole TikTok thing yet. Like I have a TikTok account and I've even tried a couple of TikTok lives, but uh yeah, I don't know. Joanna says I surf so many places to check the right price. Yes. And a lot of people do that. Slick deals and I don't know about Bricks Reek. Never used that one, but I have heard of slick deals before. Anyhow, I had a year and a half or 2 years ago, I had built some tools that would allow me to track prices every morning. And so I turned that back on and got it back up and running again over the last month. And it's starting to track some of those prices again because I used to do it because when I did my morning show, I wanted to highlight the products that were on sale because that kind of made sense. So I used to highlight the products that were on sale, but I've since realized it also was a pretty good way to just track historic prices of different items. And I could also alert people if things went on sale or not. Anyhow, that's something that I'm thinking about and maybe working on. And Joanna says those can even put in a store UPC codes. They will notify you when it goes on sale. So I need to look into this Bricks Reek. Oh, it's Brick Seek. Brick Seek. Well, there you go. Yes, something like that. But for the products that I talk about here on Amazon is kind of what I was interested in. Anyhow, I was going to jump into a couple of the products that I have. I don't know how long my uh my show is going to last, this morning because, you know, it, yeah, I don't know. It might only be half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes to get some of these things done. Anyhow, thanks, Joanna, one of the regulars from Amazon Live, for stopping by. If you happen to be on the other platforms, LinkedIn or YouTube, feel free to jump in the chat, comments as well. Nice thing about LinkedIn and YouTube is if you comment on those two platforms, your comments can appear like right over here. And I also just remembered, do you remember this, Joanna? I always used to do a question of the day, and I didn't put one up today. So, yes, I haven't done a question of the day. Oh, man. Here's my question of the day because I just had to come up with one on the spur of the moment. How often do you purchase things online? Here is why I'm asking this question of the day. Because yesterday I ran into somebody and I was talking to them, and they were in sales, and they told me they had never bought anything online. I guess if you're tuned into my show, you're probably familiar with the internet and how it works. But I ran into this person and they said they hadn't ever bought anything online. They were older than me, but they were not old enough to be my parents' age. But even my parents purchase a lot of things online. So I was kind of surprised with the whole thing. I do see that Mr. Marco has stopped by the show. Mr. Marco, my good friend from Portugal, who we used to do a show together. And Marco, it's still in my mind how we bring back the Whole Mason Show. So Joanna, the Whole Mason Show, it might make a comeback in some form or another. It might. Joanna says, I never knew LinkedIn had live streaming. Yes, it did. It does. It's had it since late 2019, I think, is when you could do live streaming on LinkedIn. I was early into the LinkedIn live streaming world. So was Marco. One of Marco and I's first live stream shows we did together was way over on LinkedIn. Yeah, I think that was where Marco and I first got in touch with each other because I wanted to know if anybody was going to do a live stream show with me. I said, hey, I got access to do lives on LinkedIn. Anybody want to do a show with me? And Marco was like, me. And so I was like, I don't know who this Marco guy is, but he wants to do a show. So, I interviewed him for a show. And I think we used Restream, and the technology went terribly. I think there was an extra box in between us because it thought we had a third camera and we didn't. All right. Yes, but that's stories from the old days. Joanna says, I never knew LinkedIn had live streaming. Who and he's are you? No lunch for you. You disappeared. Duh. Probably. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do. Oh, that's how often you buy things online daily. Marco says weekly. I'm probably weekly, although maybe somebody at my house buys something online every day or pretty close to that. Joanna says weekly is better. How do you know his name? Nice. Absolutely. All right. Joanna says that's probably about the time I quit dealing with it because I was teaching Sparkle Guy when Restream released the interview in Frozen. Yes, I do. I do. That the first time Margot and I did that live stream, it was early in the live streaming days of StreamYard and Restream, and they both did fairly well for early entrance, but they had some bugs to deal with. Yeah, so we ran into that problem, and I think we managed it just fine. We had a good time. And then I think I maybe guested on one of Marco's shows for a while, and then I don't know. Then we both ended up getting access to Amazon. And one day Marco said, let's do a show. So we started the Home Mason Show. We're alive after all these years. Oh, now that I think about it, it has been almost. I think when we first did our show together, it was early in the pandemic in 2020. So that's been 4 years ago now. Swanee Mom said, I like hearing you live stream. So that's Swanee Mom is my lovely wife, Emily. So you can say hi to her. She's upstairs. I like hearing you live stream. That's what she wrote. I think my family has missed the fact that I used to wake everyone up in the house with my voice because I was live streaming and other people in my house would wake up and they'd eat breakfast and hear their dad downstairs uh, live streaming. So that's good. Joanna says, hi, wifey. Her name is Emily. And she is more pleasant than me, but she doesn't always want to come onto the live stream show, which is okay. But if she does want to stop by, she can. Rome Knows Tech is here. Welcome to the show, Rome. Rome, you're also on my list of people I need to send a Facebook or Instagram message to because it's been a while since we've chatted, and I don't know. Yeah, I stopped by your show a couple of weeks ago. Anyhow, I've just this whole Amazon Live thing. In all full honesty, see if you're on one of the other platforms right now, Amazon is where a lot of the comments come in, and I can't share the Amazon comments onto my screen here. But for those of you who haven't been here, anyhow, my Amazon Live morning show, I haven't done it regularly for about a year. And one of the things I will say is I missed my morning show. And I'm going to try to do this again. And I don't know if it's going to be every morning, at least not at first. I have some things I want to figure out, but I need to try some of these things. And I need to figure out how to get my show out to other platforms and to do this because I really enjoyed it. And we're going to try that some more. Marco saying hi to Rome. Rome and Marco are saying hi. Marco says, Emily, did you know my mother is Amelia? I don't think I knew that. And I don't think my wife knew that either. Amelia. Very nice. Joanna said football halftime. I did do the halftime show during that big, football game that happens in February every year. It was my fourth annual halftime show, which is why I did it because I thought I better keep that streak alive. So for the last 4 years during halftime of that big, wonderful football sporting event that happens in February, I have done a live stream and talking about various different things. So yes, it's kind of fun. Okay. I thought that was, there it is. It's back. That game with the egg-shaped ball. Yes, it is the game with the egg-shaped ball. And USS Rover. Morning, all. Good morning, USS Rover. It has been a long time since we've heard from USS Rover. Thanks for stopping by. How have you been, USS Rover? Joanna says, I think he missed my razor question. I haven't gotten there yet. Joanna says, I was present. Yes, you were present for that special halftime show. Do you have a favorite razor currently? All right, we will get to this so here's some things that I like to talk about. Remote work, home office gear. That's the stuff I talk about a lot. Plus, I have a lot of men's electric razors, and this is one of those things I never expected to actually be a thing for me, but I have 15 to 20 men's electric razors. I have so many of them, and I made so many videos, I decided to even launch my own YouTube channel just for men's electric razors. So I have one of those. And yes. So my favorite current razor. Here, I was going to show you some things. I told you I have a lot of razors. They're just all over on the shelf here. That's not it. But I think we're gonna need this one later on in the show. I'm trying to find the right one. Oh, Joanna said the live show. I don't think I'm going to do it, and I'll explain to you why I'm not going to do a live shave today. USS Rover is saying hi to other people. USS Rover says haven't been clean shaven since 2006. Well, I was talking about this with some other people the other day. Being clean shaven is a thing. It's not really a thing. Having a beard is a thing. Like there's lots of people that have YouTube channels where they talk about beards and having a beard and how you trim up your beard and how you care for a beard. There's a lot less people talking about being clean shaven. So that's why I decided to start Shaver Dude. But if I were to give my all-time favorite shaver, it is the Braun Series 9 Pro. And there is one of them on sale today, the black one, which is right here. Full disclosure, I have the silver one and the black one. They're the same. They're just different colors. I've never used the black one, but I love the silver one. I use it all the time, so I have no problems recommending the black one. It's got the same shaving head and surface. It's silver. Mine's silver instead of black. But yes, the Braun Series 9 Pro, all around fantastic shaver. And there are definitely differences in the shavers between the under $100 shavers, the $100 to $200 shavers, and then the $200 and up shavers. There are differences. The more you spend, you get a little bit of a closer shave, a little bit less irritation, more comfort with your shaving there. And I do know the Braun Series 9 Pro is pretty expensive as far as shavers, but of all the shavers I have, it just sits in a class of its own as far as how well it cuts and how close it gets. This one's not even charged up. But it is fantastic. It has 4 cutting surfaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's really hard to see, but right in between there's another little I don't even remember what they call it, but it helps get those hairs to stand up so that the other cutting surfaces could cut it. There's a gold colored strip across there. That's designed for the longer and more difficult to cut hairs. And then the Series 9 Pro, they redesigned that a little bit to handle it better. So that's why I always tell people, if you're going to buy the Series 9, go with the 9400 series, or now they have a 9500 series. But go with 9400 series or above, because that redesigned gold strip there is better for if you want to go 5 to 7 days between your shaves. USS Rover, it's about 50% gray, and I've earned each and every one of those gray hairs. Well, that kind of happens when I grow out my beard. It gets a little gray. It's got gray. It's got some red. It's got some white. It's got some blonde and some brown. It kind of looks like a mess, but that's okay. Joanna said, I've been arguing with mine since birth, born with white hair. All right. But anyhow, the Braun Series 9 Pro right here, this one is on a pretty good sale today. I think right under $279.94 is the price on this one. They do have a gold one of these that does not come with the cleaning stand, and I think it sets at under $250. So if you want a Series 9 Pro, it's a pretty decent time to get yourself one of those. I'm going to pack that back up. And then I will show you another new razor that I have. All right. Let's put that out of the way. So here's what I'm working on this week. I got to switch over. If you're on one of the other platforms, not Amazon. So if you're on Amazon, there are products underneath my live stream, and you can click on those products if you wanted to purchase them. If you are not on Amazon, send me a DM or a message, and I can get you to links to whatever you want to. But I'm still working on how best way to share out links to these other items while I am live on a platform other than Amazon. So yes, So I'm debating and thinking about how I'm going to do that. And I know some of the platforms like Restream give you a QR code you can put down in the bottom. I think I'd rather just put a link in the description that people could click on that would take them somewhere. Yes, use your imagination. I have some ideas in my head. I just haven't built all of these things out. But I did get Braun came out with the new Series 7, the 7185, I think is the numbers on this one. Yes, the 7185 shaver. And it's the Braun Series 7. I'm a big fan of the Braun Series 7 as well. Honestly, I'm a big fan of a lot of the shavers that I talk about, but the Series 7, I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you a little bit about it, some of the attachments that come with it, because that's what I'm working on doing for this week. USS Rover says, easy way is to copy the URL and pin it to the other platform, the Amazon URL, that is. I suppose, I could just copy my Amazon URL and do that, I guess. And it's short term. That's why I think I'd love to have the link of the products I talk about somewhere else in my maybe on my own blog or my own website somewhere so that I could link them there. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but I got some ideas running around my head. But the Braun Series 7, the new 7100 series, this is the 7185. The 7.1 tells you it's a newer version compared to the 7032, the 7018. But the big difference is the new Series 7 has this button right here. It goes from normal mode to turbo mode to gentle mode to normal mode. It has 3 different modes on it. So that's the difference between the Series 7000 and the Series 7100 series favors. But these also came with a couple of attachments. So if you want to trim your beard, USS Rover, what's your favorite beard trimmer out there? These are probably not going to be the thing. I think you could trim your beard with one of these, but I think if you've had a beard for 15, almost 20 years, you probably have a specific trimmer just for trimming beards. This one comes with an attachment that's got a couple of beard trimmer attachments on it, but I wanted to show you the specific attachment I am interested in. It's called the beard stubble attachment. And I wanted to let my beard grow out a little bit this week so that I could test this out and make a video for it. But it's a beard stubble attachment, and it looks like this, and it trims your hair really short. It's got these little combs that attach on the side of it, and it comes with a couple of different lengths of those combs. This one right here is the 1 millimeter, I think they say it. So your hair gets trimmed pretty short on that one. So if you like just a little bit of stubble, that is what it is for. And I wanted to try that out this week and maybe make a video. So I might let my hair grow out for a couple of days and give that a trim just so that I can see how that all works. USS Rover said, spreadsheet with picture of products and link to said product, then make a web page out of the spreadsheet. USS Rover says, actually use none. Well, that's surprising. Yeah, anyhow, I was playing around with the shaver head and the flexibility of this one. So USS Rover, how do you trim your beard? Like, do you go to a barber, or you just don't trim it and it is 20 years long beard? You look like, I don't know, someone from the Lord of the Rings or something. Anyhow, that's on the docket for this week. I'm going to use the Braun Series 7, the 7185 trimmer. I'm going to test that out for trimming some stubble on my beard. But the rest of the Braun Series 7185, it's a great shaver. It is wet dry. You can use it in the shower, out of the shower, all of that stuff if you want to. But that's the Braun Series 7. If you want to go a price point below that, there are even good shavers at lower price points, but you just got to let me know and I can try to help you out. All right. Closing up those boxes. I got to go to some of the other products that I had in here. USS Rover says, I just use the scissors when I start eating my mouth. So maybe that makes sense. So you just trim it up. I've never had a beard. I occasionally I will grow a beard in the month of November, but I don't really get a really thick beard, so mine's never been more than like a half an inch long or so. So I've never had the big bushy beard. It would take me many months to get there. I don't know, maybe it'd take me years to get there, but uh, I'm just not a very large beard grower. But I was interested in the stubble trimmer from that Braun at 7185, and I kind of wanted to test it out and see what I thought. All right. USS Rover says you also have a spreadsheet with a web page. It's kind of what I'm thinking of. Every day I link back to my website and there's a list of the products that I talked about in the show with a link to go purchase any of those products. So that might be an option for how I want to do things. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this all out. I'm still actually trying to figure out if people on other platforms are at all interested in this whole live shopping thing and what I do and how this all works. So if you're out there on some of the other platforms like LinkedIn or YouTube right now, jump in, say hello, tell me if you're interested in any of these things. And I'm going to try to find that out in the coming weeks. Also, I've even thought about going live on Twitch. And maybe even Instagram. I might try to do some vertical streams, which I think could be kind of interesting to do some vertical live streams. We will see if that happens. I don't know. But yeah, I might try to do some vertical streams. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. But I know you can go vertical live stream on Instagram now, vertical live stream to LinkedIn, and you can vertical live stream to Amazon. So I may try a vertical live stream sometime. Trying to you got to keep the mayo and peanut butter out of the mustache. Yes, yes, you do if you have one of those. All right. This is one of the favorite new products that has showed up to my house in the last so long month or two. This one comes from JLab, and full disclosure, JLab did get in touch with me. Actually, I think I got in touch with them and asked if they'd send me one of these to test out. It is the JLab Nightfall gaming headset, and it's a 3.5 millimeter plug-in cord that is on it. We've been using it a lot with the Xbox lately because it has a built-in microphone. When you fold it up, it mutes the microphone. You fold it back down, the microphone is activated. It's got a very, very good microphone on it for mid-price range. It sits at $39.99 is the price of the headset, but the microphone is much, much better than sub $50 microphones I have used and tested before. So this one is great, especially if you like to talk and game with your friends and keep up with them. Having a good microphone matters. So it's been getting some use at my house for that, and I think I would definitely give it pretty good recommendations. I have a number of other headsets, but this one's been getting a lot of usage out of my house. I actually just had to go take it away from the Xbox. Nobody was using the Xbox right now, but it was sitting by the Xbox, so I had to go get it to bring it down to my show. But this is the JLab Nightfall gaming headset, and JLab was a new brand to me. I was unfamiliar with them, and now I'm a little bit more familiar with them and happy to see the headset and to use that. So Thumbs up for me on the JLab Nightfall gaming headset. If you're looking for a headset for yourself or your kids, especially if they're into gaming, you don't have to do gaming with it, but it does have. Here, I suppose I should show you. The color strap on it is kind of brightly colored. You can flip it around, but you'll still. But if you flip it around, then the color appears on top of your head. See, if you wear it like this, right up here, it's just black, and this is colorful. If you flip the thing over, it'll be black up here and colorful right here. So I don't know if that's what people want, but it's comfortable, and the strap across the top does make it significantly more comfortable to wear. So that's the JLab Nightfall gaming headset. I didn't realize it, but I've already been live for 35 minutes. Another product that I'm a fan of, if you want some earbuds, some noise canceling earbuds, the Soundcore Liberty 4 NCs. Right there. NC stands for noise canceling. Compared to the other Liberty 4s, the regular Liberty 4s, I think these have better noise canceling in them. The regular Liberty 4s probably have better just straight listening audio. So if you're interested in noise canceling earbuds, the Liberty 4 NCs are probably the ones that you should go with. Joanna says we don't pass the time. Yes, you do. When people are here, it makes the show more fun and interesting. It just helps things go by a little bit faster. So thanks for being here, folks. All right. So that's the Soundcore by Anchor. Anchor, I'm a big fan of that brand. Anchor Adams been on my show a couple of times over the years. He works for Anchor, and I don't know if I keep doing the shows, maybe he'll come back on again. I think Amazon would appreciate that because the folks at Amazon really remember him. What is your YouTube handle? I think it's youtube.com/@Ryan.Swanstrom. I think. Let me. If you go to RyanIs.live, I don't know where this is going to take you. Yeah, if you go to RyanIs.live, it takes you to a landing page, and at the top there's a link to YouTube. Click on that YouTube link, and you can get there. And then you can follow me on YouTube. I only have like 200 subscribers on YouTube, but it's more than zero. My separate YouTube channel for shavers, I called it Shaver Dude, has like 6 subscribers. But yeah, I will discuss that at a later date. Okay. Another item that gets used at my house nearly every day is the Anchor 521 portable power station. It's really pretty small, probably weighs, I don't know, 15 pounds, 12 pounds here, but it's got a nice little handle. It has 2 USB-A chargers, 1 USB-C charger, and 2 power outlets on it. It does have a light on the front if you need to use the light. But here's what I say. This one gets used in my house because inevitably somebody in my house is going to be sitting somewhere. I'll be like, oh, my device ran out of power. Somebody bring me a portable charger, and there's not an outlet right next to them. So this one frequently gets moved throughout the house for people that want to use it. That was something that I didn't expect we would use it for, but it's just been very convenient for that. What we used to really use it for is traveling. And when you get in your car and you drive for a long time, there's not enough outlets in your car. People run out of power. So it's RyanIs.live. So RyanIs.live. Get one for each family member. I don't know if you need one for every family member. I don't know that I use it every day, but I would say every a couple times a week it gets pulled out of my office because somebody needs it. You know, two kids are sitting on the couch, and one's near the end that's got the outlet, and one's on the other end, and they don't. And they're like, instead of like, I don't know, it's just it just has become fairly convenient. So we end up using it, and I didn't really anticipate that we would use it as much as we did. So there, there you go. All right, I'm looking through some other things here. I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So, Joanna, if you happen to get over to YouTube and get logged in, you can leave me a comment, and maybe it'll show up on the screen. I will see if I can get it to show up on the screen. Or if you're on LinkedIn, you can leave me a comment as well. Okay, printers. One of the topics that people love to hate as much as we don't like them. Most households need a printer at least occasionally. And the problem with printers is they just, if you only need them occasionally, they appear to just not work very well and they don't print when you want them to. I've tested a number of printers over the last 4 years, and the one that sits in my office that gets used, this one up here doesn't get used. It's there because it's red and I like the color. This one down here is the HP 7255E. And the reason it sits down there and the reason I've tested out a number of other printers and this one still sits here is because it works. It just works. And I've had 3 or 4 newer printers that were more expensive than this one that I don't use. I either gave them away or got rid of them just because they were sitting on the floor. That's the one that I just have, the 7255E. It just appears to print when I need it to all the time. And so that's why I love it. In the 2 years that it's been sitting there, I only had to restart it once because it wasn't printing. I had a number of other printers that every 2 days I'd have to restart the printer and power it off and power it back on. 7255 just work. It prints double-sided. It prints cardstock. It prints, it copies things for you. It's just, I like the printer. Very, very happy with it. And so that's why I use it. USS Rover says ink is the most expensive item on earth. That there could be some truth to that statement. Ink is pretty expensive. I will say ink is expensive in this one as well. It's expensive in all of them. I tried HP came out with these ink cartridges that you get ink in the bottle and you can like refill your ink cartridges. I tried one of the printers, but it had the problem with so many of the other printers I've had. When the first time I tried to print with it, I tried to print a 4-page document. It printed out 2 pages, then half of the 3rd page, and then it just quit. And then I tried to print it out all over again, and it didn't. Then I had to restart it. And when I turned it back on, then it printed out all 4 of the pages. And then it did the same thing the next day. I with it, and I said, this is why I stick with my 7255E, because it just works and it prints things out. USS Rover says we have 4 printers here. Joanna says on PC the chat thing is blank. Oh, I don't even know. Joanna, let me go to YouTube and see if I can. So when I go to YouTube, I see that. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's interesting. How do I enable chat? Is Marco still here? Marco would maybe know the answer to this. You're right. I see the big white screen there. I might have to look into this. How do I enable chat from YouTube? I don't know. I thought it was just there by default. I don't know. Oh, I tried to scroll down on the page, Joanna. Scroll down on the page, on the YouTube page. Then my chat showed up back up at the top. Because now I can see that I have some comments out there. See, I just went out on my own page and typed Ryan Swanstrom, hello. I don't know why that didn't show up at first, but now the chat is there. Anyhow, uh, USS Rover, which 4 printers do you have? Like, I hear good things about Brother printers. The HPs, I would say, after having a number of them, they're hit and miss. Yeah, I don't hear great things about LaserJet or about Epsons. But my guess is all the printer companies have some printers that aren't so good. The very budget-friendly printers are a challenge. And so you got to spend a little bit more. This one sits today at 129.99, which is a great price for it. Absolutely worth that price. But when you get to the really budget printers, the ones for $60, $70, they just don't seem to work quite as well as spend one like this. Spend $150 or so on a printer. Look for one that's in that price range that's on sale, like this one is today. It's a $200 printer, marked down today to $129. Yeah. Joanna says mine is still blank. Maybe refresh your page. Mine was blank at first, but I had to refresh and then I had to scroll up and down. That might be a YouTube is having some issues today. So for anybody else out on YouTube, sorry if you can't leave a comment on YouTube. We're having some little difficulties there. Okay. Rover says 2 laser inkjet printers, or 2 laser jets and 2 inkjets. I have an older HP LaserJet. It's over 15 years old still. There is some truth to that. Is it one of the dot matrix with the paper that feeds through it? That would probably be about 25 years ago. That was in the late 90s that happened. But Joanna is here over on YouTube. There's always a way. There we go. Anyhow, thanks, Joanna. So you can hit the follow button over on YouTube as well, too. And then you'll be following along on YouTube for when I go live. The old boob dude. Yes. Okay. Woo. This is exciting stuff here this morning. 1 Epson inkjet, says Rover. A Samsung laser and a Canon inkjet. Yeah, there's a lot of different printer options. I tested a lot of HP printers. So my laptop backpack, this one, I thought it was going to be on sale today, but it's not. It's a great laptop backpack. It's right here. I've had it for probably about 3 years. So if you're looking for a laptop backpack, it's called the, what is it? Now I can't remember the brand name of it. The Voller. Voller, there we go. See, I forget some of these things live. The Voller laptop backpack. Yes. So anyhow, it's a fantastic backpack. So good. We actually have 2. Joanna said, I already subscribed. Just have to turn on alerts. Well, I haven't gone live on my Amazon channel. Not my Amazon, my YouTube channel very often. So thank you for subscribing and showing up over on YouTube. Joanna says, still using an HP if I have an emergency. Yeah, a lot of people, printing is one of those things. Some houses just, you don't do it very often, but like a couple times a year you need to print. And it's a hassle. I print on Amazon. I print in my house probably every week because we homeschool our kids, and there's just a number of things that I have to print out. So 3 or 4 times a week, I'm using my printer. David Gibson is over at David Gibson. So David Gibson used to be an Amazon live streamer. Early on, he has moved on to other and different things. He's been traveling. He works in the oil and gas industry, and he's been traveling to Alaska quite a bit. And he was doing some dog sledding the other day that I saw a picture of it out on LinkedIn. So David Gibson, welcome to the show. One of only 3 people streaming live. Yeah, streaming on Amazon has taken a bit of, I don't know, over the last year. I haven't done regular shows on Amazon in just about a year, and I decided, you know what, I should bring some of these back because I missed doing the show. I liked it, so I should figure out how I can make this whole thing maybe a little bit more effective for myself. So that's what I'm doing. Anyhow, how have you been, David Gibson? David Gibson also recently opened a martial arts gym down in Texas, which that looked kind of fun. So I guess, David, I've been following along with your stuff. I do hit the like and comment occasionally on your stuff. So good to see and hear about how you're doing. Joanna says, I didn't know they could shut off your printer. I was on a free ink thing. I didn't even own a bill. I wouldn't put in credit card information. I just bought a thermal printer. I don't know about that either. Maybe they can turn off your printer. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things with Amazon, not Amazon, with HP Instant Ink. They can correct and they can monitor. And when you run out of ink, they just send you new ink. I don't know about the automatically shutting it off though. David Gibson says dog sledding was a ton of fun. The whole landscape has changed. Yes, the whole Amazon Live landscape has changed, and putting up recorded videos and shoppable videos and all that. It's all a different thing. Yes, it is, but I don't know. The live shopping idea is starting to catch on TikTok. There's a number of other startups that are doing this live shopping thing, and yeah, I tried a number of other things over the last year, none of which really caught on. And so I was like, I really liked my Amazon live show and I miss it. And so I decided to come back and do this. US Rover says I printed out 23 hours till the ending giveaways as PDF. The print was a giveaway if I could win. So I gotta follow up on this. The HP LaserJet 2430 2340 TN. Yeah, and Survival Mike stopped by the show. Survival Mike was one of the very early regulars on my Amazon live show. So it's kind of fun to see some of these people back out here. How have I been? Honestly, I'll be totally honest, Survival Mike. I've done a number of things over the last 12 months, none of which really worked out or I liked as much as my Amazon live show. And so I said, I probably should go back to the Amazon live show and try to figure that thing out a little bit more. So I decided to go live. And I think I'll be live maybe a couple other times this week, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we'll see how that works. And maybe next week I'll come back and do some more. But I'm gonna try some other things here along these lines to see if I can make that all work. Mike says, hey there, I'm back. You are back. They can and did. Yes. You could win the USS Rover PDF printout was the giveaway I could win. All right. USS Rover says, what printer is that, Joanna? The Thomeo 832. USS Rover says, might have to reset it. Survival Mike says, oh my goodness, Survival Mike says, well, I'm recuperating. Was going to ask how life has been there. Says I'm recuperating after having 3 discs in my neck fused 2 weeks ago. Well, that's no fun. I have degenerative disc in my lower back. I'm only 44, so I don't think mine are going to need to be replaced quite yet. But At some point in my life, I'll probably have to have some corrective surgery on that. Anyhow, glad to hear you're recovering. Is recovery going well, or is recovery a little bit difficult? Joanna says, "Oh no, the phenomenal is great." Foam. I don't know how to say that word. Foamemo. Foamemo is great. I don't know. Ouch, Mike says USS Rover. Joanna says it was my HP printer that shut me down. I can believe that. Livestream Labs is here. Scott, thank you for stopping by and for responding to some of my Instagram messages last week or so. So, Livestream Labs. Scott is another live streamer out here on Amazon. So, I just, Livestream Labs and David Gibson, I both got to ask you this because I haven't been here in a while. What happened to the blue check marks that used to be next to our names for people that were live streamers? So Livestream Labs is a live streamer. You don't have blue check mark. USS Rover, I don't think you were a live streamer. Survival Mike wasn't either, but who else was here that was a live streamer? Maybe it's just a Livestream Labs. David Gibson didn't have a check mark. Anyhow, David Gibson says, "Be good, bro. Let's chat soon." I should send you a message on LinkedIn or a text message, David Gibson. Yes, we should. And yes, catch up. But thanks for stopping by the show, David Gibson. Nice to see you. Livestream Labs. Scott says, "Yeah, I noticed those check marks went away." Yeah, I don't know when that happened. So I'm like, well and slow. Is what happens when you have surgery as you get older. It just takes longer to recover from that surgery. But I'm glad that it's going well. Sorry it's going slow, but just take your time there. Joanna says, "I had auto ink free for like 4 to 6 months. After around month 2, they needed to send my free ink. They wanted payment info, and I was like, nope, and they shut it down. I had to go get ink at the store, no biggie, but they didn't tell me that they thought it was dead. Thought it was dead for good. Oh man." USS Rover says, "DM me the printer info. I'll see what I can find out." Yeah, I noticed those check marks went away. Hi, Scott. We're saying hi to Scott. Blue check marks made us feel insuperior. Sorry, Joanna. Well, it did, but for a while it helped people know who was. It was helpful because people usually could tell who was running the show. Because my channel is called Live Shopping Community. My name is Ryan Swanstrom, and so yeah. Uh Survival Mike says, "I've been using my brawn razor to shave the last few weeks, and if I say so myself, looking sharp." I'm sure you are, Survival Mike. Yes, Survival Mike. I get a kick out of your name every time I say this, Survival Mike, because you used to. I think your name was. Well, I think your username used to be your full first and last name, and then I think you took away your last name for a while and it was Mike. But there was so many Mikes on Amazon. I remember I was like, I think Mike, you got to change your name to something different, or you got to put your last name back in there. So then you changed it to Survival Mike, and it makes me smile every time we get that on here. Uh USS Rover says, "Nope, not a live streamer." Joanna says, "Rover, I fixed it. Just had to put store ink cartridge in it. I'm using the thermal because it's cheaper in the long run." No, I would say that someone felt some way about the check marks. Yeah, that's probably true. Somebody didn't like the blue check marks. It made other people feel bad. You being higher up than us, you may be. It was nice to see when they're a streamer and supporting others. Yeah, it was nice to do that. Survival Mike says, "Now let's get back to selling." Yeah, because that's really what you're here for, Survival Mike. Survival Mike is back here for the selling. He just wants to know what's on sale. You already missed me talk about the shavers and other stuff. I do have a couple of other things. I thought I was going to be live for 30 minutes today, and it's been almost an hour now. The Gabrielle chair, does it have a coupon today? Still love this chair. Still a big, oh wow, there's a $45 coupon on the Gabberly chair. That's one of the items. The Gabberly chair. I have it in my office right here. I have the black and the brown version of the Gabberly chair. Love the chair. Love it, love it, love it. It's one of the items that has actually gone down in price over the last year. You can get it $269.50. Give yourself a $45 coupon off of that. You're getting it for $224.50. If I'm doing my math right. Yes, $224.50. I think I did that math right. I should know. I'm kind of a math person. But that is the chair, all around fantastic chair. I have two of them. But it used to be anytime the price went under $250, I got pretty excited about it. But now you can get it for less than that. Survival Mike says, I have the Gabberly and love it best around for a great office. Yeah, it is fantastic. I've had, 5 or 6 other different office chairs, and the Gabberly, surprisingly, from that company, it's just fantastic, and it just keeps being good. Mine's like 2 years old. This one's 2, maybe almost 3 years old. Still looks brand new. It doesn't even wear out. It's great. The other one in my house is in good shape too. Joanna says, no, you're my free therapy for the week, and you've been gone way too long. I'm sorry about that. Rover, LOL, Joanna. Joanna says, oh, I need a new office chair. Mine feels like it's throwing me in the floor on the side. But seriously, this one is great. It's worth the price. So I've had a number of the chairs. If you go in the under $100 chairs, some of them work and some of them are comfortable. They don't have a lot of longevity in them. They kind of wear out pretty fast. In the $100 to $200 range, you get some other features that are kind of nice, but you got to spend over $200 if you want, one that leans back, one that's got armrests to fold up out of the way. Because this one, it's got your armrest. I get back far enough. You can lift up the armrest out of the way. It leans back. You can lock it in. If you want to lock it in way back there, the chair locks in, leaned all the way back. Or you can lock it in halfway back. Right there, locks in the chair. But it does all that. The headrest on this one is highly adjustable. If I bring this in a little bit closer, headrest. Whoa! It can go up, forward, backward, every way you want to go. So that's the headrest. It's a fantastic chair for that. Joanna says, wheels and base are strong. Yeah, so I weigh 240 pounds, and it holds me up. And I haven't had any problems with that. It's heavy, so it doesn't tip over. It's not so heavy that it's hard to move around. The wheels, even though they're not the skateboard wheels, they're the regular wheels, seem to roll on my carpet in here just fine. Joanna said, I had a gaming chair, but not the highest quality. Apparently, it didn't last a year. So my experience of the gaming chairs is they look cool, they don't provide great support, and they're not super durable. So that's why when I first started on Amazon, I got a gaming chair, and it lasted me about 2 months, and I got some pretty bad back issues and problems. And since then, I just don't recommend them. But maybe I'd give another gaming chair a shot, but I think I'd have to spend over $200 on a gaming chair to get something that I really wanted. I don't know. I think the gaming chairs are designed more for looks, and I'm not so into the looks. I want comfort and not going to hurt my back. And so Gabberly fits both of those. Survival Mike says, of course, my chair is equipped with aftermarket wheels for those times when I take it out to the street. I do think that's a good idea. Take that out to the street and race it. I remember, I think Monty, one of the other live streamers out here, We always planned to, if we ever got together in real life, we were going to race our chairs. We were going to have an office chair race. But yeah, the Gabrielle chair, a number of the people that tuned into the show have bought it over the years, and I've gotten good reviews from all of them. All right. Garbage disposal cleaner, new item that I did not really even know about until, and I kind of wish I would have talked about this earlier in the show because it was on a lightning deal. The garbage disposal cleaner. I didn't know you were supposed to use this stuff. Did you know your kitchen and garbage disposal should be cleaned? And I learned 25 years ago that if your garbage disposal stinks, just put an orange or orange peeling down there and wash that. It kind of works. But Active has this thing called disposal cleaners. There's little tablets. You put them in your garbage disposal. You turn on the water softly, and then you let it run, and it foams and bubbles for a little bit and cleans out your garbage disposal. I just did it the other weekend and made a video on it. Totally awesome. I'm a big fan. So I discovered maybe 2 weeks ago that I needed to clean my garbage disposal. I was like, this just seems like something we should be able to clean. So I got in touch with Active because I have some of their tablets for my washing machine and my dishwasher. And I said, you got something for garbage disposals in your sink? They said, we sure do. And so they sent me over one. So thanks to Active for sending that over. Oh, I'm tripping over stuff. All right. Anyhow, I gotta wrap the show up here pretty soon because I'm way past my 30-minute time limit. No more bad breath. That's true. It does keep things clean, but you can look down in the garbage in the disposal, and it was kind of black and slimy. And after running those tablets through, now it is silver and shiny again. So it at least cleaned it up. Two other items. My FlexiSpot EN1 desk. If you're looking for a desk, that's a great choice. I'm actually using the EC1 right here, which does not have the memory settings. The EN1 has the memory settings. My EN1 is upstairs in one of my kids' bedroom. And the Dreo smart wall heater. This one, I know it's getting kind of late in the year to get yourself a smart wall heater, but we have one of these in the room, one of my downstairs bedrooms. My son was complaining that it was cold in his room and he needed a different heater, so we decided to get one of those. And it's connected. You can connect it to the app on your phone. You can also connect it to the Amazon Assistant to schedule and turn things on and off. So that's how he uses it. It works pretty well to keep his room warm. Joanna says, I had no idea you could clean your garbage disposal until you found something like that. US Rover says, we're bad at doing that, making presenters go way past their times. It's okay. Get him a Sherpa blanket that will keep him warm. Yeah, we have one of those too, but I think he lives in like the bottom corner of our basement, and the heating vent that comes in there probably is not as powerful because it's like the farthest one away from the heater in our house, farthest one from the furnace. And so it just doesn't pump quite as much warm air into there, and it just seems to get a little colder than everywhere else in the house. So he wanted a little heater to warm that up instead of always having to wear a Sherpa blanket. So we did that. Anyhow, that's where I'm going to wrap things up because I got other things I want to do for the day. But stay tuned. I will probably be live again Wednesday morning. That's my goal. I'm going to shoot for a Wednesday stream. I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to shoot from Wednesday. Anyhow, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun to chat and see some of you. Yeah, stop by again later this week if you've got some time. Yeah, if you're on one of the other channels, LinkedIn or YouTube, thanks for being here as well. I will try to be live again some other time, but have a great day, folks. And I will, I guess, talk to you in a couple days. So I'm out. Goodbye. Got to figure out how to turn all this off now. I'm going to end the stream. on Amazon. Goodbye, Amazon. And other people are still here. Smile will make people wonder what you're up to. All right. But for those on LinkedIn and YouTube, goodbye as well. Have a fantastic day.